Hello everyone, Vincent Teo from HDTV Test here. Today we're going to do something totally different from what we normally do in this channel. And that is to compare the audio quality of the 3 best sounding OLED televisions on the market today. Coming right up. Hello everyone, Vincent Teo from HDTV Test here. I'm a professional TV reviewer and calibrator. In this channel, we do scientific TV reviews, video interviews, settings tips and tricks, and also the occasional really pointless comparison videos such as the one you are going to watch today. But I'll explain why, and if you feel that we are still worthwhile for you to stick around, I would appreciate it if you could actually click the subscribe button below. Thank you. Right, let's get on with a comparison. What inspired this comparison video today? Well, recently there have been many comparison videos that have been posted on YouTube or even on forums trying to compare the picture quality of different screens just by capturing the image on cameras alone. So that could be a Samsung KS8000 versus the new Samsung Q7 or a Sony OLED versus the LG OLED, and so on and so forth. And the thing is, what I wanted to say about these comparison videos is that it is going to be quite futile to try and judge the picture quality just from these screenshots or comparison videos alone without any further explanation or disclaimer. And there are 3 reasons. The first reason is you don't know what sort of camera the operator is using. Now, normally the dynamic range of cameras are significantly smaller than the human eye's dynamic range. So if you want to actually use your camera to try and capture highlight detail, especially in HDR content, if you want to actually capture the highlight detail fully, the shadow detail generally have to be crushed because there's just not enough dynamic range in the camera to try and do this properly. But if you want to actually properly expose the shadow detail in the photos or videos that your camera is capturing, the highlight details generally have to be blown out. And people have been taking, screen grabs or screenshots from all these videos and trying to analyze them to death, including some videos that I actually posted, and trying to analyze them and say that, why does this look so dark? Why does this look so bright? Why does this look blown out? The thing is, these videos or screenshots or photos that are taken using a camera with limited dynamic range doesn't fully replicate or reproduce the dynamic range that our human eyes can see. So it is a fairly pointless exercise to try and make any judgment from all these photos and screenshots. Also, in many of these comparison videos, you don't know what sort of settings the TVs are actually on. Some of them may actually be in the dynamic or vivid mode, which will have a bluish color temperature, make things look brighter. Obviously, from the camera, it will look much more attractive, but in real person, when you get the TVs back in the home, you will find that none of the colors look right. Everything looks too blue, flesh tones become pasty, and so on and so forth. And the third thing is that you are making judgment of these screenshots or screen grabs or videos from, I don't know what sort of screen you're actually using to actually watch my videos or any other YouTube videos. Maybe it could be your phone, maybe it could be your laptop, maybe it could be your monitor. But you have to ask yourself, are these displays calibrated? What sort of dynamic range it has? These are the main 3 reasons why you cannot make any judgment whatsoever from a photo or from a video or just a video screen grab based on what is captured on the camera, because of 1, the camera's limited dynamic range, 2, you don't know what settings the TVs are using, and 3, what display you're actually using to watch this. So when we try to do our own comparison video, we always try to do a disclaimer in the sense that we try to explain what settings or what calibration, what target these TVs have been calibrated to, and we try to give a disclaimer as to the exposure of the camera in terms of whether we were trying to fully capture the highlight detail, so the whole image may look too dark to the camera, but certainly not to our human eye. Things like that are quite important, but what I'm saying is that please don't Again, please don't try and make any judgment of picture quality based on a photo that is posted on the internet, a video that is posted on the internet, unless there is some sort of explanation or a disclaimer to go with it. Which brings us to this comparison video today. I suddenly thought of the idea of doing this video is that I've got these 3 screens, fantastic OLED screens in the room today, and I've been very impressed by their sound quality. Now I thought, right, what can we do here? We can compare the sound quality in the similar manner that these other channels are actually comparing the picture quality by posting up videos. So I'm going to introduce the screens. The first screen here is the Sony A1 OLED. It is a 65-inch version. It uses an acoustic surface technology. What that means is that you can see that there's no visible speaker from the front. That is because the screen itself is the speaker. What Sony engineers have done is very clever. They have actually put a pair of actuators at the back of the television which transmit the sound through the screen so that there will be better localization, and they tell me that it will sound fantastic, and certainly we will put it to the test today. So that is the Sony OLED. We'll move on to the next one, which is the Loewe Bild 7 55-inch version here, which comes with an integrated soundbar. And what is cool about this television is that upon startup, the screen will raise itself to reveal the soundbar, and upon shutdown, the screen will lower automatically, motorized, to hide the soundbar. And this is a fantastic motorized mechanism which I really like. But what we're interested in today is the sound and how much audio performance we can actually extract from this Loewe Bild 7 OLED television. And the third TV that we have here is the Panasonic EZ1002 OLED television in 65 inches. Now what they have actually done is to bundle the TV with a soundbar which has been tuned by their brand Technics as well. So Technics is a company under Panasonic which has supreme audio expertise for their turntables and other audio equipment. So what they've done is to ask the Technics engineers to provide some input to optimize the sound from this soundbar, which is called a dynamic blade speaker system. So we have 3 OLED TVs today with their own technology, and what we're going to do today is I'm going to use this microphone, which I don't know what the frequency response is. It is better, I looked it up, it is better than the mic that I normally wear, which is why I'm using this handheld microphone today. What we are going to do is that I'm playing a loop of Batman vs Superman. Again, it's not for any particular reason, it's not because I like the film, but in conjunction with the screening of Wonder Woman. And also, I would like to actually persuade you to grab a copy if possible. So we're playing a loop here where Wonder Woman makes an appearance, and I think the soundtrack that is done by Hans Zimmer here is, I just love Hans Zimmer. But right, let's get back to the topic at question. So what we are going to do here is I've muted all 3 screens. All 3 screens are playing a Blu-ray of Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice from a Blu-ray through an Oppo 203 player fed through HDMI to all 3 screens. And what we're going to do is that I'm going to mute the screens and then just switch on in turn one by one. I'm going to sit down in the sofa, and then I'm going to point the microphone at the screen which is outputting the sound, and then you can make a judgment from whatever headphones or laptop speakers that you're using to judge the quality. So let's get started. We're going to start with the Sony first, with the Acoustic Surface system, and let's go. Alright, another thing before I actually forget, before we get started with this demonstration, with this comparison or demonstration, whatever you want to actually call it, or a pointless exercise or an exercise in futility, what I have actually done is to at least select the cinema sound mode in these displays if it is actually available, and also I've tried to match the volume of the sound output from every single TV here through an SPL meter app that I have downloaded on my Android phone. So at least I go to the length to try and do that, to try and match the volume, because I think many people may know this, but many people may not. The audio volume actually is a louder volume generally is perceived as a better sound quality, and this is a trick that is used in the trade to try and persuade you that a speaker is better sounding. Just up the volume very, very slightly over your competition. So we've matched the loudness or the decibels of all three screens here. So let's get started with a comparison, starting with the Sony A1 OLED. So I'm going to point the microphone at the Sony OLED. And we're going to get started.
Why did you bring him back to the city?
The port is abandoned. There's a weapon here that can kill it. Did you find the spear? I've been a little busy.
This thing, this creature, seems to feed on energy.
This thing is from another world. My world.
I've killed things from other worlds before.
Is she with you? I thought she was with you.
Okay, so that was the Sony A1 OLED with their Acoustic Surface technology. Next, we're going to move on to the Loewe bild 7.55 with their integrated soundbar. Let's see how it fares. I'll rewind the loop and then point the microphone at the screen.
Why did you bring him back to the city?
The port is abandoned. There's a weapon here that can kill it. Did you find the spear? I've been a little busy.
This thing, this creature, seems to feed on energy.
This thing is from another world. My world.
I've killed things from other worlds before.
Is she with you? I thought she was with you.
So that was the Loewe bild 7.55 with its integrated soundbar. Last but not least is the Panasonic EZ1002 OLED TV with its dynamic blade speaker system. Let's rewind the loop. And I'll point the microphone at the screen.
Why did you bring him back to the city?
The port is abandoned. There's a weapon here that can kill it. Did you find the spear? I've been a little busy.
This creature, seems to feed on energy.
This thing is from another world. My world.
I've killed things from other worlds before.
She with you? I thought she was with you.
Okay. My arm is killing me, man, from holding up the microphone. The next time if I ever do this sort of comparison video again, I'll invest in a microphone stand. But I hope you found this comparison useful or useless. And if you think that you can judge the audio quality through this microphone, the camera system, and then through whatever speakers that you're actually using, whatever headphones that you're actually using to listen to this video, then by all means feel free to post a comment below telling us which sounds the best, which TV sounds the best, and why that is so. If you've enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe to the HDTV Test YouTube channel for not videos like this, but more useful videos than this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you the next time.